Mr. President, do you know a woman named Monica Lewinsky?
That's me. That's my face.
This isn't about justice.
Then what is it about?
Impeachment.
Why is it important to tell Monica's story right now?
I feel like anytime you have an opportunity to go back and look at a situation or an event in our kind of recent past, and you sort of look at the parallels of where we are today, and you have this kind of shocking moment of recognizing how both far we've come and how far we haven't come.
The women in this story, Monica, but also Linda Tripp and Paula Jones, were treated as SNL characters, as late night jokes, as the only things that were ever talked about were their body shape, the sound of their voice, what they were wearing, their noses. They were never treated as human beings.
They force us to reckon with the way that we behaved with a moment in history. And for this specific moment in history, we need to constantly be reminded that Monica Lewinsky was the first person to be bullied on the internet. And that sort of says it all. She had no agency, she had no voice, and I feel like in 2021, we're helping her reclaim her narrative.
Back when this all happened, it was an interesting time for women, especially in politics. Still is an interesting time for women in politics, but they didn't have any power. And I think now we're able to look back and just sort of see how helpless the whole situation was.
She's never really gotten to tell her story with this degree of specificity and nuance, and to actually have her involved in a 10-part series about what she went through, considering what the world put her through for over 20 years. It's just her turn to do that, and she has a right to do that. And I'm glad she wants to be involved.
I think there's always a responsibility when you're doing stories based on real people. So, you do it as best you can. I think we had a great writer who did it all very, very respectfully and intelligently, and then you just do the best you can.
And I also think that Monica herself has emerged as this major public figure and can be a participant in it in this way with all of her experience. It's really helpful. I would never have written it without her, ever, ever.
Before we started shooting even, I said to her, Monica, I'm your bodyguard. I will protect you. That was the only way I could describe it. I was like, I have all these feelings of who am I to her and what is this feeling? And I the word bodyguard came to my head, and it feels right. I will protect you. I will put my body in front of yours, and I will take in your story and honor it and give it back to the world in a way that I hope will be very illuminating for those that are watching.